Hello, somebodies. We are
the Nobodies.
What are we doing here today?
Today we are going to be interviewing the great and talented Saturate.
We got 3 members of the band this time. A new record.
Yes, they're going to be talking about their video, Light the Match. They're going to be talking about upcoming albums, and they're going to be talking about maybe future tours.
So we're absolutely excited for you guys to see this. I'm Son.
And I'm Father.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
All right. How about you guys?
All right. Well, we're doing fantastic. Thank you for joining our show, our channel. This is awesome. You guys make great music. We fell in love with you guys the second we heard you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Light the Match was an absolutely insane song for a great first impression.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything from you guys like before. So when you actually came up in the recommended on the YouTube channel, which was nice, and it was awesome. And like I said, you heard our reaction to you guys. Amazing song. Mm-hmm. So introduce yourselves and where are you guys from?
I'm Jimmy. We're all from Houston, Texas area, so that's kind of where our band's based out of. But we don't consider ourselves a local band. We've always been on the road, so we kind of just like to take it everywhere. But yeah, this is where we started, Houston, nice. Baytown, Texas.
Yeah, we all live like at least probably an hour from each other. Houston's huge.
Yeah,
Oh, it's that big, huh, Houston?
Live about an hour and a half, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
2 hours sometimes.
5 hours.
Yeah, but somehow we're in the same town. Yeah, okay, I see.
You got to tell that story, a little later in the show.
So interesting, but yeah, we'll see. All right, who are you guys?
Yeah. All right, yes, introduce yourselves.
Mexes from actually New Orleans, but I've been living in Houston, 17 years now.
Your whole life.
But yeah, my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah. Curtis?
Yeah, I'm Curtis. I live on the north side of Houston, so I'm the farthest one away from those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you guys like your high school friends, elementary friends? How'd you guys form?
I'm just kidding.
We had never met when we were adults already for the most part. We came together specifically for the band. It just so happened that we were all into the same stuff, same style, same kind of cats, so that just happened. We didn't plan on any of that. We weren't advertising, looking for anything in particular, any particular style of people. We just happened upon each other, and it's always worked. Mexis and I started with Hector back in 2005. That's our bass player.
Yep.
And we set some real simple goals right off the bat. We said, okay, we're gonna have a song on the radio, we're gonna have an album out, and we're gonna be on tour within the first year. If we don't do that, we're not doing this. And fortunately, that all worked out. We hit all those goals, and we said, well, what now? So we kept going, kept writing more records, and we picked up Curtis along the way. That's been a while now. That's been
2014.
Yeah, it's been a while now. He's part of the family now. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But,
I snuck into the band.
I snuck to the back door.
Yeah.
So did you guys meet in like a club, like where you had a
MySpace? Yeah.
Really?
A buddy of mine showed
Wow.
me social media, and at the same time, he showed me the band that he was trying to get on social media to show me, and that was that. They Saturate, looking for a singer, and that was that. Went and auditioned, and never looked back. They had been through quite a few people. The drummer at the time, the original drummer, moved here to be the bass player, and had never played bass, so he bought one and started figuring it out. And then they couldn't find a drummer, so he said, I'll buy a drum kit. And then he figured that out.
We did have this like 8'9" giant come and rehearse with us.
Oh,
and,
boy.
He won the drum set from the radio station, and he couldn't play, unfortunately. But yeah, he's probably the biggest dude I've ever seen in my life.
Is that how y'all got the actual kit?
That's how we made Doyle play drums. I was over it. I was over it at that point. I'm like, you're going to play drums.
Doyle was with us for half of our career, the first 2.5 records. And then Fernando was on the second half of our career for the last record and a half, and he'll be on the upcoming record as well, as far as we understand. So
yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about this new record that's coming?
Yeah, we did all the pre-pro for it. We got about 6 songs. And like right now, I mean, we have 3 studios that we have in mind, and we check out one Tuesday, and we'll have it done by the beginning of the new year. And definitely a new single by January.
Yeah.
Is making a record like expensive?
It can be very.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Money wise and emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But you got your studio time, you got your pre-production time, you got your actual studio time, you've got you actually mixing, depending on how far you take it. We send it out to Madtown Mix Studios in Madison, Wisconsin to mix. Guy there named Matt LaPlante. He was we were turned on to him because they said, well, he did Non-Points to the Pain record, and that's a record we can all get our heads around and enjoy the sound throughout. So we said, all right, that hits hard. Let's roll with him. He did our last album, and so he'll do the upcoming record as well. But then you've got to reproduce the album, and we're still old school. We still like to get CDs. We learned our lesson on how many to order a few years back. We learned our lesson on how many people no longer bought those things, those little discs of plastic. So that said, if anybody wants a copy of our very first record from 2005, we've got about 900 of them sitting around.
Wow!
Oh my God!
Actually, probably.
But yeah, it can get as expensive
oh
as you
my
want.
God!
It really depends on where you decide to go with, what kind of quality you decide to go with. But even then, a lot of people spend a whole lot more money than they should. But also, a lot of people don't write their own music really, or go with a producer that wants to change it all around, or they go with any number of things just to try to get themselves a little bit bigger. And we roll in and write how we feel. We don't generally need any input and or want. I mean, we're not against it, but so we don't incur those costs as far as having producers and paying managers. And Saturate's always been completely self-contained. A lot of people help us, but we don't put money out there for advertising. We figure this is what we have. This is our offering to you. Dig it or don't. Take it or
Yeah. Well, social media now is a big advertisement platform. You know what I mean?
A lot bigger than MySpace back in the day.
Yeah, it's just word of mouth.
Yeah,
Excuse me. It's just word of mouth and and YouTube recommendations. Like I said, that's how we found you. So it works,
TikTok is fantastic for us. We find so many new people. We can hyper target people as far as like when festivals roll around. I can immediately find everybody that went to that festival, and I know they went, and so I know that they're into seeing live music. So I can immediately snag that person as a fan, or at least toss our music their way and give it a chance. And that's what we do. We'll sit on social media for hours adding people. I know people pay bots to do that kind of thing. No, it's us. We get flagged as being bots a lot, but no, we're just old school. We like to sit there and add. Who are you? What do you like? Are you into something we're into? Cool. Come on, listen.
Awesome. So you came out with this brand new video that we had just reacted to, which we fell in love with, Light the Match. So, what's the song about? Explain, the whole.
What it's about is, I don't know. It's that one's pretty obvious, I think, as far as the main story is that the lyric, how you going to feed the fire and expect not to get burned. Don't build something up if you're not ready for what's coming. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Essentially, is where that comes from. It's the exact same thing, and the entire story is about. Light the match and walk away unscathed. That's what you think's going to happen, but you forgot to walk away. You've sat there and you've stared at this fire, enjoying watching it burn down, and you didn't even realize that the town's burning down around you and trapping you in. That's what Light the Match is about. And that's near the end when the observer, the lyrics, I guess, point out that I see you sweating and second guessing. I'm betting that now it's turning into an issue for you. it's very clear. Just should have got out of there. You missed your chance, but you fed this fire, and guess what? Now I'm gonna burn you to the ground. And
So who came up with the riff, man? It was powerful, heavy.
Mexis.
Oh, yeah.
Mexis is
And Curtis.
Yeah, Mexis and Curtis are the primary initial songwriters when it comes to the riffs. We write in all kinds of different styles. Sometimes we write all together. Sometimes we write little bits separate. Sometimes somebody might come in with a riff and we pick it up and add it into another song or whatever. But generally, Mexis or Curtis will come in first with, all right, yeah, I got a new idea. And honestly, the guitar will tell me what to play, not the guitarist, the guitar. The guitar will tell me what the song needs to be. Each one lends themselves to a feeling, and that feeling feeds the lyrics, and the lyrics feed the melody, and then it's all built out. So yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question was, do you write the lyrics before and they write to you, or you write to them? So obviously you write to them.
Yeah, I write whatever the guitar wants to say that it can't.
Nice. I love that. That's I never heard that before that way, that the guitar has something to say. That's pretty wild.
I'll ask, Mexis will have his own ideas about what a song's about sometimes, even beyond the point of us having it lyrics done and beyond the point of it being on a record. Mexis will have his own still story for what that guitar riff is about. And a lot of times it coincides with what the song ended up as, but sometimes it doesn't. There were certain songs that were always, even though we're playing together, we're playing for different reasons.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Cool. So what? So obviously the setting of the video that you had wasn't the best, because I saw it was falling apart on your blooper video. So what was it? Just regular cardboard box?
No, that was actually, a lot of people thought it was cardboard. It was drywall turned backwards. So
that actually hurt.
Yeah. And what you can't see in the video is, it hit the drummer's head
Clearly.
at the exact same time. It took my foot and put my foot under it. And I didn't realize that it had caught my foot until that night when I couldn't walk. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, you guys were going crazy in that video, man. I saw so much hair flying. It was like coming through the screen.
Oh, it was a pure jam session. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Believe me, if we'd have had our way, there'd been stuff on fire there. I was pushing for fire the entire time and got shut down every which way.
But there was fire.
Yeah,
there was fire, but we didn't get any of it on the film and in the video. And
there's
a whole scene where they were pouring gasoline all over me. There was a whole scene where they were going to be lighting me on fire. We were going to have fire in that room, and none of that. Unfortunately, none of those takes were good enough. A lot of it was.
What do you mean, unfortunately? That sounds like a fortunate freaking scene.
And what do you mean that? Wait, what do you mean that?
Unfortunately, you didn't get gasoline. Oh my God, that's how much metal can you get than that?
That's metal as hell.
Yeah.
Because the cans that they were pouring all around me and on me weren't fully empty. They weren't fully water. There was a few of them that had a bit of gas floating in it. So yeah.
You know the funny part of that?
Definitely stunk like gas.
Mike was standing on the side of the road dumping out the empty, because we filled it up with water, and he was on the side of the road dumping it out into the grass, and a cop stops and got us in trouble. Thanks, Mike.
He thought he was dumping gasoline out on the side of the road.
I mean,
yeah,
it was sus as hell.
It was pretty funny. It was in the middle of the night too, so it was.
It was also 1 a.m. at an abandoned bar in an abandoned part of town. So,
yeah.
And I had just lit gas on fire. So,
yeah.
It's just water. I promise. I'll drink it.
Did you end up in jail?
Nah. He was nice. Like right when he pulled up, I'm like, it's not what you think. But I mean, I guess
Jimmy had to go and get us out.
He was all right. He wasn't gonna. I mean,
he might have.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Okay.
So are all your songs on that album the same
Absolutely
style?
not.
Are they going to be all
Absolutely not. There is nothing else like Light the Match on that record. And if you go through our records, that's not out of character for us. We for years would reject the idea of metal. People would say, "Oh, you're a metal band." Absolutely not. Now it's just another description term. That whatever I've heard somebody say, "Oh, you're a gent band." Sure, for that song. They say, "Oh, you're a hard rock band." Sure, that's accurate. But yeah, nothing else is. That's not to say there's nothing else heavy, because there is. Actually, depending on what we pick as our next single, but I believe what we're going with is another heavy song, but it's not Like to Match. It doesn't have those dualities in it that are really all encompassing of what Saturate sounds like. This next one's just in your face. The next one is just front to back, nonstop. We're going to hit you for a minute. And then, but the rest, quite a few other songs on the record are as far from that as you could possibly get. They adopt more of the verses of Like to Match than anything that comes after that. So, it's just music. Just music. We just like to play what we feel. And no tricks.
See, that excites me.
Yeah, no tricks, no gimmicks.
No, that's awesome. Nothing. You know what? You shouldn't have a genre. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild that you have such a what is it? Broad?
I guess broad range. Wide range, maybe?
Wide range, yeah. Broad is small, yeah. Wide,
yeah.
That's very good because you could please a lot of people that way.
I would say that's the idea. That's not the plan, but it works for us. It really does, because everybody can find something that they want to grab onto. Same with our
exactly. Even if one song, because you stream, and now streaming is a big thing. So if someone wants to just buy one song, you'll have one crowd over there, you'll have another crowd over there. So if that's the beauty of like Amazon Music and all these other places now, that you can just
it's
buy
still
one
the era
song.
of the single. Albums will come back, and if we have anything to say about it, or if I have anything to say about it, or whatever, one day we will. I'm going to bring it. I've been trying to this entire
I'm with
time,
you on that one.
But they've been slowly slipping further away, because each of our albums is a journey. We haven't treated them like concept albums yet, but the reasoning for each album's lineup and the way that the tracks are listed is story-wise. It's all storytelling. It's all feeling. It's all every last album flows one right into the other. And we're going to bring that back. But for singles and the way that the world is right now, having those different genres really helps us out, because people can pick and choose what they want, and that's fine by me. Doesn't matter. If they're listening, they're listening. Hey. It's all good.
That's it. Money's green in the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It is. I'm still waiting for it.
Yeah, so what do you have in your future? What plans do you guys? You got tours, new videos, your album, obviously. So what do we expect?
For it, guys.
Getting the record done.
Well, getting the record done and pretty much having a team behind us. So, like, when it comes to management, we got PR now.
For the first time, we're letting people in. We're letting people help. We've turned down that a lot. So it's nice to finally trust some people.
Yeah, so pretty much that, the team, and then go on the road in 2022.
Yeah, we hope to hit the festivals.
Thank God concerts are back.
Yeah, hope to hit the festivals. That was the one thing that when we first started, we toured a lot. And we toured a lot more than your normal unsigned or whatever regional touring band would. We didn't quit. And it would be nice to get back to that, albeit a different style. We're not 23 anymore, but we're also not 60 either. So, a different style. We don't want to go and struggle. We don't want to go and starve. We don't want to go and sleep in the van on the side of the highway on the mountains anymore. But actually,
that doesn't sound bad.
It doesn't sound bad, honestly. But that was what we said anyway at the beginning of this year. At this point, I think we all would. We wouldn't care. You got a dumpster for us to sleep in? Sweet, we'll be there.
Yeah, I know about that. Man.
So how did that work? How'd you get shows? Did you have someone like a manager, or did you call little clubs and say, please let us play, and send the demo?
I used to book all of it and route it.
My manager.
Get your guarantees and shit. But at one point, though, through the years, we had a booking agency. And I'm not going to lie, for me, that was pretty epic.
It was nice when that happened.
I didn't have to worry about anything. No. We just had to show up. They had to work. They knew how much to give us, and it was pretty good.
Gas money was there. Awesome. We didn't end up stranded in any towns. We didn't.
So if there are any good booking agencies, man, we're down if they're
free.
So.
For free.
No. Feel
Nothing's
free.
for
Feel
free
free
these days.
Yeah,
Oh,
feel
feel
free.
free.
If there's any booking agencies out there, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna book this band for
Oh,
free.
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, good stuff, man. You know,
Yeah.
hard work pays off in the end. I don't care what anybody says, man.
Yeah, waiting for that.
So, do you have any good memories of your touring days?
Yeah.
So many. We got more fun ones than good ones. But no, one of the best crowd wise was a tour that we did with 10 Years. That was dope. That was up and down the East Coast and kind of the Midwest, or I don't even know what Midwest means. Whatever. It was straight up and down the U.S.
That's what Midwest
and
means.
over on the East Coast, and that one was dope. That one was, the crowds were fantastic. We were riding on our third record at the time, so we had something fresh to put out there. It was just good times. We really got to experience the days off a little better than some of our solo booked tours where there were no days off. So that was nice. And like Mike said, the ones with the booking agencies were just so much
Way
easier.
better.
Just so much less to worry about, less hassle, less, where's the guy that hired us? Where's he at? Because he ain't here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the biggest crowd you played for?
Maxis will remember. I have a terrible memory.
I would have to say it was 9,000. El Paso.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah. That was El Paso when we the Tigua Indians or Native American tribes.
Speaker.
Yeah,
Rock.
at Speaking Rock. They invite us out there to play. And again, sorry, the Tigua tribe. They invite us out there to play, and I think the first year was with Korn or was that just Korn?
It was just
that
Korn.
was just Korn. The second year I think was Chevelle and Five Finger Death Punch.
Like Hatebreed.
Yeah, we went out there again with our buddies in Drowning Pool, and then we took some other bands with us out there, and that was just a cool time. It's a casino, and so kind of give you the royal treatment, and then you get an epic crowd at the end of the night, and awesome place, great people.
3 of those bands are in like my all-time favorites, so that's pretty big.
Right on.
Awesome.
Yeah, they were good times.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just got in the mail from David Silveri a set of drumsticks from him, signed
awesome.
and everything. One way, I've seen him live 17 times.
Oh, badass.
Yeah,
that's his new band, right?
Yeah, Bias.
Yeah,
so it's breaking in the sequence.
Yep.
Awesome. So he gave us autographs. We got stickers, and he sent a pair of his broken drumsticks, which
that's awesome.
My smile's 20 miles long, man.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Things like that, that it makes it all worth it, because we started pretty much 3 years ago, just wanting to have quality time with each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, how could I have quality time with my son that we both do something together? And here we are. Now we're at 7,000 subscribers, and we're talking to bands like you guys.
Yeah, that's badass.
It's awesome. Like,
yeah,
this is epic to us. You know what I mean?
If my son had his way, I'd be sitting right next to him talking about Roblox or something. I'm sure.
Nah, no Roblox.
My son's a bit younger. So.
That's awesome, man.
Got it. Now, you know what? This is what it's all about. What would you tell future musicians coming into the business? What would be your words of advice?
No.
No.
Run.
Curtis, you want to answer that?
Yeah.
You just stay true. I mean, pretty much stay true to yourself, man, and just think smart.
Nobody.
It's a different industry now. So, like, even from 8 years ago, it's changed a lot. I mean, just believe in the guys that you have with you. If you're trying to start a band, sometimes it doesn't work out where you're friends. Find the people that are passionate, and just work together and write good music. And just believe in what you do. That's it. If you don't believe in what you do, you're really not going to get too
Not at
far,
all.
you know, and you're going to hear a lot of no's before yeses, even though that's cliche, but you are going to hear a lot of no's, and your crowd will get bigger if you keep pushing, you know, and just be you. So, yeah,
I would say
that's mine.
something that I would like to tell them, not something that's advice, but what I would like to see from future musicians, which is a bit different, is stop with the gimmicks, stop with the tricks. Stop with, if the first thing you're doing is fixing your hair, stop it. Fix your music, fix your voice. If the first thing you're doing is getting into rehearsal and rehearsing it like you're on stage, doing moves, yeah, it's fine. People like to see that, but play your instrument. Do it right. And an even bigger one these days, and really don't want to get down on anybody about it because everyone we know does it. Doorbell. Everyone we know does it, but backing tracks. I don't know if you know, but when you go to a concert these days, it could be from 10% of the show that you're watching to honestly 80 or 90% of the show that you're watching is fake. It's played on a CD. Take real good care and watch next time. Watch when the guitar players are playing and watch when they don't play, and you'll still hear that guitar. Watch when they're
no shit.
Damn boy.
About us, we don't do that.
You're gonna
you're
gonna have a whole bunch of bands killing us, boy.
Every single band on earth right now. I'm sorry,
we're
I'm going there.
Saturate's canceled.
We're gonna have it.
Yeah,
we're gonna have.
And that's sad that
That's
is what
it.
we're talking about. Is that's sad that saying
looking
something
over our
like
backs
that makes us joke about, oh no, we're canceled now, because every single band almost does it, and it's fine. We get it. It makes the show sound bigger. But if as a starting musician, if that's the first thing you're worried about is your backing tracks, if the first thing you're worried about is your sound effects, you're doing it absolutely wrong. You better have the right music first. And then you can add all the things. Then you can worry about what you look like. Then you can worry about how you're moving. Because that's something.
Or they could be in the wrong drama. The wrong class. Maybe they should be a pop star. You know what I mean? Pop stars. You know?
So stop that. That's what I would tell to it.
You know what? I've seen that before, where there are bands that the bass is sick that night, and they can't even make it on the stage, and all of a sudden it's like you hear the bass in the background with no bassist on the stage. So
I just saw
right there,
like a month ago I went to a show and
don't call nobody out.
I'm not gonna put anybody's name, but I was at a show and the bass player literally wasn't there at all, but there was.
Yeah.
We are at the same show,
right?
Yeah, we probably were.
It wasn't on stage, but there was bass coming off the stage. It was weird.
There was also this time where the bass player. No, sorry.
Yeah, like this video, the bass player ain't here, but we're talking.
That's true shit. Yeah, look at that. No bass player
For his answers.
Yeah. A little hologram.
And nobody likes talking
That's
about it,
great.
about that last little part. But it's just, it's tired. It's tired of seeing it.
No, I get. You know what? That's great advice to future musicians. No gimmicks. Don't care about your hair. Just play your damn instrument. That's it, man. You gotta love what you do.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Let's end it on that note, man. This was
Awesome.
good times.
Thank y'all for having
Good
us.
times.
This was fun. You guys had some stories. I respect that.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So you want to do the outro? I want you guys to be part of the outro, please.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Remember to hit that like, subscribe button, and tell us down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this interview and who you'd like to see on the channel, maybe. And press the little bell next to the subscribe button to get notified
Every time
we upload a video. I'm Son.
And I'm Father. And you are?
Saturate.
Rock on.
Rock on!
Much love, guys.
Much love, man.
Much love.